Hello, good morning. My name is Alberto Elisavetsky. I'm the CEO and founder of Online Dispute Resolution Latin America. ODR Latin America is a non-profit social network founded by me around 2008, and we are pioneers in training and services in online dispute resolution in Latin America and Spain. I'm very happy to be here participating in the Cyberweek 2020. The Cyberweek 2020, it's a fantastic event where we have the possibility to share with all our friends and colleagues around the world what's new in our field, in the field of online dispute resolution. I'm also director of the Social Conflict Observatory at National University February the 3rd, Argentina, and I'm the director of the Online Dispute Resolution postgraduate program. Being fellow of the Center of New Technology Applied to Conflict Resolution at Massachusetts University Amherst, I have been working with all my colleagues from probably 2005 in order to build, create, support different cyber weeks. In this case, I'm very happy to present what we are doing in Latin America and Spain, trying to promote online dispute resolution. Just to give you a small idea of our history, the first and unique Spanish ODR forum was run in 2010 in Buenos Aires, Argentina, under the idea of Tango and ODR. And just roughly, I would like to let you know that the development of the online dispute resolution in Latin America, it's a chaos and was a chaos in spite of the resistance of the traditional practicants of alternative dispute resolution, where they refused totally jump into the technology and conflict resolution. And that's why we have to work with different tailor-made actions given to each country where we have been evangelizing with our ideas that technology could be a bridge in order to reach conflict solutions. We have a very extended network of different allies and partners in online dispute resolution. The main branch, the main office is ODR Latin America, and we have small operation in different countries. We have ODR Argentina, ODR Spain, CS Views and ODR Brazil in Brazil, ODR Mexico, ODR Peru, ODR Colombia, ODR Chile, and ODR Ecuador. It's on the way, ODR Paraguay, and ODR Nicaragua. The idea is work with the strategy where it's very important the word local, okay? Global knowledge with local application. We try to provide knowledge, let's say until 80% of what we have to each country in the region and in Spain, and local operators should provide the last 20%, let's say the last quarter of mile, in order to adapt the usage of new technology applied to conflict resolution with the local idiosyncrasy of the people living in these countries. And perhaps you remember this Hanna-Barbera and the Jetsons cartoons, where we have been talking about online classes, homework, video call, okay, on doctor video consultants. Okay, but this was 58 years ago, and now we are living in the middle of the GAFA world. Okay, we are Google, Apple, Facebook, Amazon. Okay, drive our lives plus Netflix and plus Microsoft, at least in the Occidental hemisphere. In front of us, Alibaba, Baidu, Tencent, Xiaomi. And why I present this information to you? Because from Latin America, I'm going with the Asia Pacific Agreement plus the Singapore Mediation Convention of the United Nations. It's an explosion of the possibility of empresarial or companies online dispute resolution agreement between the Latin American countries from the Pacific, okay, to Asia. That's why we are trying to explain to all our students or colleagues the importance of the online dispute resolution in cross-border conflicts, okay? But we are facing a situation where the GAFAM and the BACs, okay, Occident and Orient, are West and East and fighting. And this is very important to understand where we are stand regarding online dispute resolution. Particularly in this year, 2020, we found that we are in front of a situation which is a pandemic. And what's the difference between war and pandemic? The difference is that the war destroyed fixed assets and the pandemic, the circulation of work. The way that people was used to move from home to office, to other countries, to other cities in order to make money, all of a sudden practically disappeared. Then it was a tremendous opportunity for online dispute resolution, even though the disaster that humanity is suffering, the possibility to jump immediately in our knowledge, the one that I'm promoting for the last 15 years in Latin America and Spain, in order to start using ODR approach. And this is because we are sailing uncharted seas with all compasses. The idea is create new compasses to travel these uncertainties. And that's the process that we are going now through. At the beginning, we have the problem with the chicken of the egg. Who was first? The chicken of the egg. Who is first, the cyber mediator or the real case? The real case or the cyber mediator? We didn't train cyber mediator. If we don't have online cases, we will not have online cases. If we don't have cyber mediator to present to the court in Latin America. That's why we start with a project called CIMEDIAR, which means Simulación de Mediación a Distancia, the program of simulation of distant conflict resolution. Okay, in this program, we get 14 academic sponsors, 2 scholarship students for each sponsor, and we train them in technical skills and in online mediation skills, like handle emotions in virtual environments. That's happened specifically when we start with the telemediation or the video mediation. As you know, or you should know, the video mediation, the Zoom mediation, the WebEx mediation is just a small percentage of all you can do working with ODR in general. The field has a lot of possibilities, a lot of softwares now going on in order to provide service from consumer to cultural issues, from economics to family. The concept of CIMEDIAR is, well, it was like an in-flight simulator, okay? Like a pilot is trying to land in an airport, okay? or in a new airport that he never was before, now we are trying to train the mediators in order to mediate online with all the possibilities, all the capabilities that the platform provides. Okay, our first action was in year 2012, where we start in one province in the north of Argentina with an agreement regarding co-online mediation, okay? Co-online mediation in line of the Salta province, where they have at that time 70 mediation centers, and we introduced the co-mediation online in order to provide services to the citizens. This was the first case run in Latin America in online mediation, okay? And we start with the idea that the parties walk to the office of the mediator in order to do the mediation without, because at that time we didn't have the possibility, the technological feasibility that we have, and also because most of the people who receive services from the government, because it was a public policy, they didn't have access to technology. And we have a program where we train on site probably around 120 mediators for the province, and we continue online with all the simulation with the CMediar program. We have been working training mediators in Mexico, and we started in year 2014 with the judicial power of the state of Guanajuato in Mexico, and we did it on site, okay? Now we have a program called eMediar, which is an international programs expert in online mediation. We have been working in Brazil as from year 2014, from Global Mediation Rio. It was the first time that online dispute resolution was presented in Brazil during this event. And at that time, the president of the Supreme Court of Justice in Rio de Janeiro thought that just digitalization was ODR. We explained that ODR is much more than digitalize a file. It's create new ways, new paths in order to solve conflicts, okay? And we have been prepared the path with Brazil Supreme Court of Justice. This was the meeting with the Supreme Court members where we work in order to set up the article number 6 of the mediation law in Brazil year 2015, where here you, at that time the original was 42, now it's 46, where the mediation will have the possibility to be done on the internet or another media of communication, which allows distant mediation as long as the parties consent. Unique paragraph, it is allowed that the party established abroad can submit to mediation according to the rules established by our law. Okay, then two issues. 2012, Salta, Argentina. 2013, Córdoba, Argentina. 2014, Brazil. Buenos Aires City, public policy, online mediation, June 2017. Okay, we have a multi-door access to justice. One of these doors send you to mediation, and the government offers traditional face-to-face mediation, complete distance mediation, one party together with a mediator, and one party alone. Usually we use this for a situation regarding apartment conflict with owners from Buenos Aires City, people living in neighborhoods poor neighborhoods, and the owner of the apartment living in Europe. And we offer a third possibility, which is, if it is possible, the parties together with the technological operator and the mediator alone, because sometimes they don't have enough number of mediators to attend the 15 offices, 1-5, that we have for online mediation in all the cities. As a consequence of our work, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the National Consumer Affairs Center of Japan in December 2017, and we deal with usually a lot of consumer issues regarding travel complaints. We have a lot of travel complaints in the last 6 months regarding the pandemic situation. This year was an explosion for us. We trained around 2,500 mediators in order to be ODR mediators or cyber mediators. Our trainings were provided for Argentina, Costa Rica, Chile, Ecuador, Brazil, Mexico, and Spain. And this was the largest individual ODR training program in Latin America. We trained 1,650 lawyers simultaneously in May 2020 in an agreement that we signed with the government of the Provincia de Buenos Aires, which is the biggest province in our country. In this province lives around 40% of our population. And we did it with 17 virtual campuses, okay, by last name. As you can see, we started with A. Each campus has 100 students. We have a huge amount of tutors, 2 per campus, and all of them were able to complete the full theoretical and practical training with simulations. We also running, as I told before, the postgraduate study in conflict resolution at the National University of 3 de Febrero in Argentina. Duration is 1 year, and this is the 3rd year that we are running this program. Okay, those more or less the subjects that we cope with in order to train our students. Okay, labeling out the student and technological integration, online dispute resolution, origins, evolutions, state-of-the-art, future scenarios, internet globalization and communication in the 21st century, use of the social network for construction of peace and dispute resolution, legislation and online dispute resolution providers around the world, emotion in the virtual space, online mediation in action, models, mediation rooms, virtual negotiation, case clinic of negotiation, and distant mediation. This is 1 year training, and we have been very successful, and each day we have more students interested in this ODR program. We also provide this program in other universities of Argentina. It's Universidad de la Punta in San Luis province, and this program is paid for the government of the province. Okay, the students could go for free. We also attend the signing ceremony of the Singapore Convention on Mediation in Singapore. Here I'm with the Minister of Justice, and we has the possibility there to talk about setting standards for dispute resolution in the artificial intelligence age. It was a fantastic experience, knowing, just interacting with colleagues around the world. This is my last name, Mediation Under the Light of New Technologies. And we also just launched the first online dispute resolution journal in Spanish with contribution from all Latin America and Spain, and it was a very successful launching, and we are in our way to launch the second issue probably around February to 2021. We are also involved in a project which is the Latin American ODR Council, where we just finished our first committees in order to work on this about professional ethics, standards, human rights, and governance, with the point of view of the Spanish-speaking people, which sometimes we have not enough, let's say, included in the projects coming from North America, Europe, or Asia. Probably our language is a barrier, but we are trying to generate knowledge and understanding on what ODR is for our regions. We also create the global registry of cyber mediators, where all the mediators will go through our programs and obtain their degree are for free included in our global registry, where people or other colleagues could find the possibility to get someone to help them in a case, in a cross-border or transnational case. This is the way that our website looks. You are looking for an online mediator, and here you have the logos of CDView Brazil, FIMEP and ODR Spain, ODR Mexico, Argentina, Peru, and Chile. And this is the way that our each one of the cyber mediator has its profile in order to be contacted. What's our next step? Integrate ODR software into our global registry of cyber mediators. We are exploring several possibilities for synchronic and asynchronic mediation. We have something in our files, and probably in a short time we will create under the umbrella of our cyber mediator registry and ODR Latin America a virtual mediation center to provide to service our region. Next year, we are planning our ODR Expotage, Conflict Resolution 5.0, the sensory and emotive experience will be run in 3 languages, Spanish, English, and Portuguese, and it will be from 26th to 30th of April. Okay, thank you very much for, if you have the possibility to see my video. This is my email address, elisavetsky@gmail.com, and we will be very happy to, if you visit our page, odrlatinamerica.com. Thank you. Be careful with the pandemic and have an excellent Cyber Week and enjoy it. Thank you very much.